Oh yeah, that's a sweetie. That's a sweet kitty. Oh, that's a sweet kitty. That's a sweet kitty. 240. I wonder how many that was. Almost done all over the place. Oh yeah. Keep that on a swivel. Set 2. That's 6 reps. Set 3. That first set really took it out of me.
quad extensions. These things are real tiring too. In fact, I may just do these with body weight. Good mornings, and I know it's not that deep, but I'm not that flexible yet. You know, a lot of people talk about, oh, you gotta go. A lot of people talk about, oh, you have to have full range of motion in order to get gains. If you aren't doing full range of motion, then you're not doing the exercise right. No. It's mechanical tension that makes the muscles grow. It's neural activation that makes the muscles strong. Now, the greater the stretch on the muscle when those forces are applied to it, the more beneficial it'll be. But you have to take various things into consideration, like flexibility and, well, the amount of muscle mass, because the more muscle mass you have, the two great benchers, all right? One of them was a real small, wiry guy, and he benched with a real wide grip, and he wanted to, he had this idea that benching deeper would give him better results, so he invented a cambered bar, started benching with it, got all kinds of results. There was this other great bench presser, lot thicker, stockier build, and he benched with a much narrower grip. All right? And every time he benched, he stopped about a couple inches off his chest. I think the guy's name was J.M. Blakely. Forget what the other guy's name was. But people started calling that second exercise a J.M. press after him. So, you know, you can look that up. But, you know, the whole thing, the whole point of what I'm trying to say is, you know, it's, range of motion is good, but it's not everything. You have to consider all these other factors. Like me, I've tested that out, that setup, and that's about as far as I can stretch my hamstrings using good form, keeping my chest up and all that. So, all right. That was pretty good. I think I'll go up to 205 for the next set. Alright, set 2. Used to do tons of those all the time, starting with real lightweight. Started lifting when I was about 12, and unlike most people, my favorite exercise was squats. Well, I don't remember when I was introduced to the good morning, but yeah, once I got my bar on the back and started hinging, I found that to be to be an even better developer than squats. So I started doing more of them. And people all the time told me, "Oh, you're gonna break your back. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. Whatever." You know, I never listened to them because, I kept doing them. I kept getting stronger. My back kept feeling stronger. Kept feeling better. Now at this point in my life, like, I've been working out for a month, 2 months. Before that, it had been about 10 years since I worked out. My back is solid. I never injured my back. It just goes to show you, if you get something strong, it's less liable to be injured. A lot of the reasons why people get injured doing stuff like that is that they just jump into it willy-nilly, throw things around, bad form. They don't build themselves up to it over a course of, months and years. But if you do that, you'll become, virtually indestructible. Okay, 2:15. Good mornings. Those are pretty good. Alright. Got the feeling like my bench press needs a little bit more stimulation today, so 225, just gonna rep it out. Actually, I think I'm gonna do pause bench, build up a little neural efficiency. Never mind, I'm too cooled down. Alright, if you're cutting a board, especially if you're rip cutting, it's a good idea to put masking tape on there that holds the grain down. And here is a good example of grain. You see these fibers coming up? If you don't use some masking tape to hold that down, you can just split out entire sections of a board. Actually, I got some scrap wood, I'll show you. Alright, here's a little scrap piece, and if I dig my fingernail under there, I can just pull up entire sections of that grain like that. In fact, this is the technique that Indians used to use to make their bows. Take an antler sharpened into a chisel, hammer into the grain, then grab a hold of a loose piece and just peel it out like that. Okie dokie, buys and tries. Let me make sure the camera's adjusted. There we are. Yeah. Ooh. That's a fun position to be in. Here's another little experiment of mine. Got some rawhide dog chews, soaked them in a bunch of used coffee grounds, trying to turn them into leather. One thing I can tell you is that either, see that? That's a piece of it that just fell off. Either those used coffee grounds don't have enough tannin in them to actually tan the hide, or that's another little piece that came off, or I let this piece get too exposed to air. Either way, not a foolproof method, but well, I'll rinse these off, dry them off, and we'll see whether or not we got leather. Okay, so if you're tanning your own leather, I can almost definitely say that you do not want to get your rawhide exposed to oxygen, because this piece was on the bottom, and that looks perfect. Still need to oil that and stretch it in order to finish turning it into leather. But yeah, that is a good piece of tanned rawhide. Okay, time for everybody's favorite time, push-up time. I'm feeling pretty spent, so I'll just do what I do and take what I can take. $35. Better than I thought I would do. I was a bit all over the place with my form, but I got them done. That's the important thing. Whew.
That's a sweet baby right there. That's a sweet fuzzy little baby, yeah. Do you miss your apricot tree? Do you? Don't worry. I've got me a good Texas persimmon coming. You'll like that. That's a good tree. You'll like that tree.